All right, y'all.
And here we go.
Welcome to our
We're live,
first
baby.
ever Banter Boyz podcast live on Twitch. We have been doing this podcast for a few months now, but this is our first ever live episode. This might be the beginning of a new era for us, but this is our episode 24 in total, but our first episode live on Twitch. So, welcome for all you guys watching, and hopefully this goes pretty smoothly.
I'll do a quick 1 second, 10-second intro of who you are in case we have some new Twitch followers. I'll go first. Kyle, Arsenal fan. Top of the table, baby. Who's up next?
I'm sure Wes can go ahead and follow that one.
No, I don't. I don't want to saturate. I want to stagger this behind me. So you or JP can go next.
I won't allow Wes to go last. JP?
JP, I have been a City fan since before they changed the logo. I am not plastic, as Wes will try to tell you. He will mention that plastic is made from the remnants of petroleum, and cities founded on oil. Wes likes to try to get creative, but he is a court jester of rage bait. I'll hand it right over to him. Go ahead, Wes.
It's just so crazy that you spent 3/4 of your introduction talking about me.
I did. You deserve a great introduction.
Hey, I'm Wes Cromble. The team I support is so successful that it does things like that to other people's introductions. Lifelong Arsenal fan, also first place. What else is new? We'll get into that later. And I just love people that love football and see it fairly.
Yeah, quite a weird intro there. But my name's Nikos. I'm a Chelsea fan. Been a Chelsea fan since, oh boy, early 2000s. Yeah, just big
Russia.
soccer fan, big football fan. You know, love bantering with the boys, and that's who I am.
Yeah, all of us are friends. We've had a group chat for years now. We do fantasy EPL, which we do talk about on here, but we started this because our group chat would get so aggressive. The banter in the group chat was so good that for years we said, yo, this conversation needs a podcast. Like, we just talked for an entire Saturday about one moment of a game through text all day long. I don't know if anybody else's girlfriends or wives are like, hey, why are you still messaging them all day? I'm like, dude, you don't understand. You don't understand, honey. This is what happened. I got to tell you. So we made this podcast, and yeah, we're 24. This is our 24th episode, which is crazy.
It's live.
That means that
And
we've
it
done
only
this
took
for.
us it only took us this long to try something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are definitely not
It
getting
only took us
stale at
24
all.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that we've only missed 2 weeks in that this would make it the 26th week since we started, which would make it 6 months? Is this the 6-month anniversary?
I think so, because we did basically every week of the summer transfer window in August, almost every single week. And we missed, I think, 1 week in the international break and maybe one more.
I will find our first release date.
Yeah, do that. That's
Anyways, let's break it down as to what we kind of do on this podcast. Kyle, or JP,
Yes.
Well,
or Nikos.
I feel like we could probably just jump into our normal stuff, you know? Because
Let's go.
to be fair,
Let's do
we're gonna post this on YouTube, and if people see it after, we're live right now. So if anyone comes in, it's new to them. But we're gonna be posting on YouTube. So we're back to our scheduled business.
Yeah. So
This is
let's run it back. Matchweek 9. What happened? Let's go.
Also,
First-
this is 4 months. 4 months. We've been
4
doing
months? That's pretty good. Yeah, you're right. We've had some doubles, probably some double episodes, which is how we're, but so we always do a prediction. We choose about 5 or 6-ish games. And so let's go through. First game Wes, take us away. What was the first game we did for predictions?
I'll be honest, I'm still new at this streaming stuff. I can't find the game weeks right now that you're trying to stream. They're like really small, and I see Leeds and West Ham.
That's because you're squinting. I see it beautifully. And yes, Leeds West Ham was
There
the
we
first
go.
match of the weekend, but
Oh, this isn't my team. I'll let someone else go first.
You didn't want to speak about the Chelsea versus Sunderland game first?
I've never done drugs before, but I would imagine that this is like drugs in the sense that once you start with me on this, I don't think I'm going to stop. So I'm going to wait to start and be respectful.
Okay. Nikos.
He chose now to be respectful. Okay, that's weird. As if he hasn't been disrespectful for the last week. All right, let's choose now when we're on cameras to be respectful. All right, Chelsea versus Sunderland didn't go, as one would expect. But to be fair, I think tough loss. We didn't really play as well as we should have in the second half. But I think also, can anyone else tell me what place Sunderland's in right now? Oddly enough,
I think,
It doesn't
are
matter.
they third now or second? I know they're second
they're
or third,
second.
right?
they're in second place. So, yes, they are clearly not going to stay there, but they are doing something right. So, yes, they beat Chelsea, but they are in second place. They are beating a lot of other teams. They are looking good. That's it. I mean, yeah, Chelsea shouldn't have lost. It is what it is. We move on to the next week, but Sunderland is surprisingly looking good, and they're in second place right now.
I think they have the second best defense in terms of goals allowed, if I'm not mistaken. It's either second or third fewest goals allowed. That's how
They
they're
are
winning.
they're tied in second with Spurs and City.
Wow.
I'm just going to say really quick before I speak, maybe later on I'll let other people speak. But the second goal that Chelsea let in defensively was just utterly embarrassing. It felt like it was happening in slow motion. The way that like the two defenders and the guy held up the ball, and it looked like that there was like a timeout. Like no one did anything, and then they just let the guy run in and score. So, yeah, I almost felt bad for Nikos, but it was just really embarrassing defensive play.
Yeah, that second goal, like where the camera is, being able to like watch it happen, you're like, yeah, so there's dudes just gonna hold it up and they're just gonna pass it as somebody running in here, right? Like, hey, here comes the guy. Nobody's tracking him. Yep, there he is. Great
The
finish,
second
though.
defender should have looked and said, "Oh, there's no one to guard who's even 30 yards to the box yet. Let me go double team him so he's going to lose the ball." But
Yeah.
instead, he just zoned out the rest of the box, which didn't. Oh, anyways, I'm not going to harp on it. I just thought it was terrible.
Young center backs making mistakes. Is what it
Yeah.
is. We have a lot of defensive injuries. Our core defense is like 20 and below. Like, it's tough. You're gonna have young defenders make mistakes, and that's what happened. We were pressing for the win, and the complete opposite happened on a counter. We
Yeah,
weren't prepared for the counter. We had inexperienced center backs and defense in the back, and we had a lapse. They countered, and we just were all over the place.
If I had to make a headline on this game, the headline would read, "The Stamford Bridge is falling down."
Dude, that's so clever.
Does this take Chelsea out of the title race, or are they still in it?
They were never in it, and I mean that respectfully.
I mean, I don't really think we were. I don't know. I think we were contenders-ish. I wouldn't say we were like.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You know what I mean?
Win. I think if we capitalized on the games that we should have, then we would be a contender. But
You were like fringe contenders.
Yeah, like I think you were on the outside looking in, but you were the only person on the outside
City,
looking in
Pool,
who could
and
jump
Arsenal.
It's such a long season. You can't determine where anyone's finishing yet.
Yeah, I mean, hey, a
that's
span
just how it
of
is.
2 weeks, and that can change everything. I'd say they just need to learn when to take things serious, and that's it. I mean, we play. I mean, we play good against good teams. It's almost like we're matching our opponents, and that's the issue. We got to learn not to kind of like match our opponent
Don't play
and
the
realize
moment.
that like,
You know
hey,
what I
we are
mean?
better than this team. Let's come out and stomp them out like we did last weekend.
And that's a young team. Every young team does that.
Champions
Arsenal
League.
3 years
Yeah.
ago, that's exactly what they were doing. We'd lose to Fulham, lose to Bournemouth, lose to Crystal Palace, and we'd beat the top 6 teams or draw the top 6 teams. It's like, all right, can we? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
What was the next game?
next up,
Next game.
so
Wait.
we all
Next
Well,
game.
we missed our predictions.
we all guessed
sorry.
a Chelsea win, so nobody gets a point on that one.
I just had two
Wow.
really quick, actually good news things for Chelsea, in complete honesty. Number one is you asked the question, where does this put their season? I just think the entire league, other than Arsenal, is inconsistent right now. I think that they could be in 8th place come beginning of March and be totally fine with getting top 4 still. Not saying that they will. So that to me is the good news. The other good news is I wanted to give a sincere congratulations on 90 minutes without a red card.
Hey, the
Cool.
red
Next
card
game.
streak is done. Next up is United versus Brighton. What a game! What a game!
What a match.
We all guessed a United win except for West, who guessed a Brighton draw. So
Yeah, everyone wrong.
Womp womp.
we all did. We all got a point there except for West. But 4-2, are United back? Are they okay?
I mean, you guys know my opinion.
Or is this just some lucky wins?
Not a chance.
I mean, it was almost also typical United that gave up the 3-goal lead.
True.
So I
Got a
think
little
that
nervous.
their brightest moments in recent games have been better, brighter moments than maybe the past couple years. But it's still so early, even though it does maybe feel like a trend up. But I feel like anything this year was going to be a trend up because they were going to get relegated otherwise.
Yeah, I think the Liverpool game gave them a lot of confidence of, hey, we just beat the champs. Like, we can go out here and we could do something. It definitely feels like confidence is building in that team. See
Well,
if they can
with
keep going.
with United, one of the things that I think we need to talk about is at the beginning of the season, we were looking at their schedule for the beginning of the year, and we said, like, Ruben may be gone real soon, and they're playing really well. They're 5 wins, a draw, and 3 losses in a stretch of the schedule that we thought would get him fired, or at least we suggested could potentially get him fired. United's back.
I would say, to be fair, if this was any other team, if this was any other sport, he would have been fired. I just don't know what happened there. He would have been fired if this was literally any other organization, sport, whatever. He was doing terrible. And the beginning of the year was embarrassing for them. It was really bad. So realistically, I think we were on the money. But now he found time to turn them around. So his job's secured, I'd say. And I think now the new team, I think the players that came in are all starting to click. I think they're all starting to learn how people are playing, and Mbembo looked really good. Sesko is getting his feet wet a little bit more. It's unfortunate that Maguire got hurt. Maguire didn't play. There was an injury. So I think they unlocked the code with their center backs just for him to get hurt again. But I think they're back. I've been saying for weeks that this team is way better than what people are saying. And I think they're going to go 5 wins. I think that kid's getting a haircut, and we'll see in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Next up, Brentford versus Liverpool. 3-2 Brentford. Now listen, I hate watched. And what another successful hate watch.
It was a good week for it, my friend.
It was a good week. It was a great week for that. Liverpool lost in the Premier League again. They've now have as many losses this season as they did all of last season. It's not even Halloween. Apparently, Arne Slot was also supposed to get a new contract. I guess the contract talks have stalled. Not to say
And I'm hearing whispers Jurgen Klopp is the guy that they think they're going to hire?
I did see that Klopp has said if Liverpool ever needed me to finish out a year, I would always be willing to go back there. So if things don't go well, maybe in January, they say, hey, I don't know, man, that would be wild.
Why would Klopp ever do that? To put like a weird like cherry on his career.
Yeah.
To go back to his beloved club that everyone adores him and potentially bring them up from the ground again.
I know. Why would someone ever want to do
Why
that?
would you not? He's unemployed right now.
For the last 4 months of the season, though?
He's got a job. He's
The
director
season
of
just started.
RB Leipzig, I believe, or maybe both Red Bull teams. But I know he's like sporting director of a Red Bull team.
You'd have to be just.
I don't know. I think they'd have to be like mid-table. I think they'd have to be like 10th come Christmas time for them to even think about that.
This is mid-table for them. The champions getting this knocked down a few weeks in. This is mid-table. This isn't a Chelsea where like if they go to 8th or Man U if they go to 8th, they're like okay, we'll see how this plays out. This is the champions. This is the team that was supposed to go back to back. This is 10th place.
They spent the most money. Granted, they had some sales for net spend, but they did. They spent the most money. They broke the British transfer record twice in one window. Like
I don't think they were ever meant to or were going to repeat ever. I don't think anyone ever thought that they were destined to, and I think them buying the way they did this offseason was a mask to make it look like they were going to.
That's an absurd statement. They were a phenomenal team and only got.
That's dead accurate.
No, it's not. They were
definitely the favorites to win. Like
they're
still the favorites.
Team.
If you're the champions, you're the favorites to win until you're not the champions anymore.
I guess what I'm saying is that they were almost underdogs coming into this season if they didn't make the signings that they did. Despite, well, I mean, I guess they lost Diaz, Jota. I mean, they lost a couple people, but still, like, you kept like your main guys. They're just aging.
I mean, they picked up 3 to 4 world-class players.
All I'm saying is like, despite how much they spent on transfers, to me, it was going to be Arsenal or City. I didn't see them getting it together.
I agree with you only in the sense that like last year Liverpool winning the league, they never were like blowing me away of like, oh fuck, dude, look at Liverpool, like holy shit, they're on fire. It was they got a lead early. City had a major injury and then was rebuilding, as JP said, and Arsenal lost their entire team through injury. So the two other powerhouses that should have competed with them weren't existent. So they were in a one-person league. Nobody else competed with Liverpool the whole year. Nobody could. So it's like they kind of won it because they were just the best of the other teams, not because they were the best team. If Arsenal's healthy last year, Liverpool at least have a challenger. Whether or not Arsenal win, but if we're healthy, if Rodri doesn't get injured, City are absolutely in that, are pushing Liverpool.
City had a ton of other injuries too. Yeah. It wasn't just Rodri, but Rodri is
but also Liverpool never played a game on Saturday and had to go and watch Arsenal or City on Sunday and make sure they lost. Or had a game late on Sunday and we're like, oh shit, City won yesterday. We got the pressures on. They're tied with us on points. There was no stress. They were just cruising because there's so many injuries to those next two teams. So I agree with you in the
Also,
sense that they were never really that impressive.
they also didn't finish their last season very strong, despite being champions, and they tied it or they wrapped it up early. But they got knocked out of Champions League with some would say probably a round or two early for how good they were. They then lost to Newcastle in the
Yeah, but
EFL
didn't they
Cup.
play PSG? Isn't PSG the eventual champions, the
Sure.
one who knocked them out?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what round you play them in.
Okay. Okay. Since March, then, to end the season, they lost to Newcastle at home. They lost to Fulham away. They only beat Leicester 1-0 in April. They then lost to Chelsea 3-1, tied Arsenal, lost to Brighton, tied Palace, and then that was the end of the season. So, like, they didn't even finish hot.
I think if the roles were reversed, like if Arsenal lost or won last year, and they just kind of tanked the last few weeks, you would not use that as a. You would be like, yeah, we won. Why risk injury? Like it would be a useless argument. I mean,
I'm not
they
even sure
had no
what the
league.
argument is at this point.
There is no. Sure, they won the league comfortably, and they lost the last few games. I mean, do you think they were going 100% when it really didn't matter?
No, I
Of
just think
course
that
not. The players that were fighting for either their way out of the club, for another contract, or a starting position were the ones who were playing hard. That's it. That's how the
And
end of season in every professional sport goes.
And what I'm saying is, if Arsenal did it last year, you wouldn't bat an eye if you lost the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You would be like, we won, so what?
Yeah, but I'm the one here saying like this isn't like a big collapse for them. I'm actually here saying
It
they
is.
should
They were
kind
the
of
champion.
be. I know, but
At the
for
end of the
me, it'd be
day,
the same,
Liverpool
the
had an
both same way.
inspired. They had an inspired start to the season, coming off of being a champion. The tragic accident of losing someone from your club who everyone loved. They had an inspired start to the season. I mean, think about it. How many times was it at the death they won? Like,
It was like their first
the
5
magic
games,
runs
they had
out.
5 85-plus minute goals in their first 5 games.
And how
Yeah,
many
like you
times
felt
did we
it
say is
coming.
the magic going to run out? And it
Yeah.
has. And it turns
Oh,
out that
yeah.
right now they kind of stink. They got to figure it out. It's
Yeah.
not working.
Their 2 big signings are not working. Isak doesn't look like he's going to score. You know what I mean? Like, just isn't fitting. Wirtz is,
It would.
Birds
I
can
would like
provide
to
the
just
pass
give.
that leads to the pass.
yeah. And
I just want to give a
Ekitike
shout
looks on
out.
fire every time he comes on.
And Chiesa.
Not
Yep.
rocket surgery.
And
Play them.
Chiesa. Yep.
So, anyways,
Same
what was
with
the
Chiesa.
next game?
Wait. I'm just giving a shout out to
predictions,
Dylan.
predictions.
Congratulations on getting married this weekend and for doing something that your club couldn't do this weekend, which was sealing the deal.
Okay.
I'm sure Dylan's going to see it.
Okay. Next up, Arsenal versus Palace. 1-0 to the
Whoa.
Arsenal. Yet again. What were you going to say, Nikos?
Did we go through predictions or did we all get it wrong?
Brentford, Liverpool, I guess the draw, and so did JP. Nikos and West guessed wins for Liverpool. So everybody got that
So
one.
we all got it wrong. Okay.
And then Arsenal, me and West guessed the win. I guessed 2-0. West guessed 3-1. Nikos, JP guessed 2-2 draws. So they both don't get a point.
Literally every single time I get one and West gets one wrong, I just fucking blow it at the Arsenal one.
You really do.
It's so
really
obnoxious.
do.
Every time I get one and West is like, this team's gonna do that. I'm like, hell yeah, what up for me? And I'm like, wait, no, I did the opposite for Arsenal. So we're Wes and I just might keep tying.
Eze finally scored. Scored a screamer of a goal. Absolute screamer. Loved it.
JP called it.
JP did call as a goal.
I wouldn't say it's.
I also called a Mateta hat trick. Didn't happen.
Kyle, you know what? Can you actually pull that thing up for me for one quick second? There was something else said last week that was interesting.
Let me find this real quick. Hold on.
Oh, what did I say?
I didn't have a chance to get it on the screen, so
The anticipation is
we're gonna
killing
do
me.
this. We're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Great episode. Thank you guys for listening.
This is the last
And
episode,
hope
by
to
the
see
way.
you guys next episode.
And never forget, everyone. This episode is the beginning of Arsenal bottling the league.
We'll still be first place next week.
Day one. It was.
It wasn't something I said. Hell yeah.
No, it was the beginning of them bottling the league. They have to be in first for a period before they
JP,
can bottle the league.
You idiot.
How many days was Arsenal in first place when City won the league?
Yeah, that's stupid because we played more games than you, so it's not 200 days.
You guys love to talk about how long you're at the top of the table. We'll see how long you're there this year. I'm still not coming off that. Arsenal ain't winning the league.
And I made a bold claim last time that there's a good chance that we might not give it back at this point for the rest of the year.
Here, we actually have an opportunity to get close. I don't know if we could beat it, but we can get close to that Chelsea 04-05 goal record against. We're on pace. We're on pace to do one less goal than them right now. We conceded one shot on target in the month of October, and the shot on target was a ball that got kicked to Raya, and Raya jumps up in the air to catch the ball, and Eddie Nketiah jumps up to head it. It hits the head of Eddie Nketiah and goes away from goal. And then Raya runs over and catches again. They counted that as a shot on goal. That's the only shot on goal we've conceded in the month of October.
Wasn't international break? What do you guys have? 2 games?
3 games, 270 minutes, so probably 300 minutes of football without
the team that doesn't park the bus.
Shot on goal. We don't park the bus. We just hold possession.
Here's what I'll say.
There's a difference.
If this happens, if Arsenal win the league, I will send my sincerest congratulations to Kyle. Maybe RJ. But Wesley, boy, oh boy, Wesley. I will not give you any sort of credit because you have been a terror in the group chat.
Whatever you
Wes,
do, Nikos.
Wes, actually, Kyle, I might send you an edible arrangement because you know what? Good for you. I don't hate Arsenal as much as I think I do. I think it's just Wes.
I think I just hate Wes.
I think Wes just likes to say a lot of absurdities in the chat that likes to rage bait and rile people up. While Kyle, I'm kind of happy for Kyle. I kind of like, good for Kyle. But Wes wants to come out of nowhere and just say some absurd shit.
Your clubs are currently writing their own rage bait in front of our eyes. It's not me writing it, pal.
No, well, we can get into another segment or so, but just, we know.
Whatever you do, don't at me.
Don't.
So
that's the difference. That's the difference. Hold on. All of us like to banter. Wes wants to call you out individually.
He does.
So, as soon as you like to do that, we're not bantering. No. I'm talking. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I have the floor. We all can banter. We all can talk shit. We're the Banter Boys, whatever. But as soon as you call somebody out every single week, every single message, which you love to do every single week, but then when someone does it to you, you leave the group chat.
That's not true at all.
You've left the group chat so many times.
It has happened a few
times. I left
the
group chat twice, which is once because there was Man U shit smeared on the wall of our message group, and it was repulsive. I was gagging. Couldn't even look at the messages. Couldn't even read them. And then two, I was legitimately threatened of losing points and being accused of being a cheater in a paid league that was not true. Those are the only 2 times that I've left. I have never left because Arsenal lost a game and I couldn't take it. I had to leave.
You just go radio silent for about 2 weeks. Regardless.
Not true at all. As a matter of fact, there were games last year. That you would even say on the losses that we had, you'd say, where's the Arsenal fans? And I'd be the first to raise my hand and say, right here, lad.
As you
But
can
you can't
see,
say
there's
that I didn't do
multiple
that.
of you guys.
Take the heat or get out the kitchen.
No, I stand by what I said. We like to banter, but you like to take it a little. You like to personalize it a little bit.
I think it's banter talking about how for the last month Arsenal at one shot on target, which against Crystal Palace, like, okay, Crystal Palace have been good. Obviously, midweek they were dog shit, and this weekend they were dog shit. But the other two opponents were Fulham and West Ham.
Also counts Athletic
West Ham
Madrid.
has scored 4 goals this season. They can't. They don't know their ass from their elbow right now. Fulham has scored 8 goals this season. So, I mean, you got Harambal FC against teams that can't score. What's going to happen? Nothing.
What the hell is Harambal?
What you guys play?
So I have this is just Premier League this is the whole 25-26 season. We've conceded 3 goals. Our XG against is 5.3.
Oh my god! If someone talks about fucking XG, I'm gonna lose my mind.
And we've only
JP
faced
is the
19.
king.
We've only faced 19 shots on target.
Also, you want to talk about Fulham and West Ham being our last 2 games, acting like that we haven't played Liverpool, City, and Man U already.
You guys were
Oh,
talking
Your
about the last
stat-
month. You
your
were talking about the last
stat was
month.
in
You were
the
back to
October.
season. Like,
look, I don't care who you play in the EPL. It's impressive to let up only 1 shot on goal in the entire month or over three games. Go tell me the last time your club did that. I don't know
we'll
why
see if
you're
it can
trying
continue.
to downplay it.
We'll see if it can continue.
I mean,
It's
it
going to.
definitely can. We haven't conceded 3 or more goals since December of 23.
We'll see if it can continue this
That's
season.
a long time to not concede 3 or more goals.
That's a different.
It
stat.
is. It
No,
is.
but
But like
our
again, we're like
defense-
cherry picking what we want to talk
Like
about.
3 goals in 1 game.
Yes, we have not conceded 3.
That's a completely different stat than what
It-
we were just talking about.
We're talking about how good
That's
our
probably
You
defense
could
more
is.
concede 2
impressive.
goals every game since 2023, and you still wouldn't have conceded 3 goals in a game. You could concede 3 goals in every game since 2023, and you could still say, well, we haven't conceded more than 3 goals since 2023.
Well, it's that our defense. It goes to the why we will or could win the league this year is because of our defense. We're not getting scored on. We're not giving up shots. We're not giving up XG against us. So they don't even get statistical chances to score. They're not even getting a chance to shoot on our goal. And even when they do, the goals aren't going in. So our defense has multiple stats that our whole defense, goalkeeper and back 4, have been playing unbelievably. And we've already had injuries back there. Saliba missed some few games. Gabriel has missed a couple games. And we've been able to have Mascara come in and still be very good. So if we win the league this year, it's, because
If you win the league, it's the defense,
yeah,
100%.
the defense has played
Like, that's-
unbelievable. While the attacking
Defense
thing is
and
still
set
figuring
pieces.
it out.
Like, that's what it is. That's Arsenal.
Man City technically is just as good as Arsenal because they haven't let up 3 goals since Al Hilal, and then before that,
Which was 4 months ago.
I can't even see one.
Ours was what?
It was against
2 years
Arsenal.
ago. I think I was at
Just
that
saying,
game.
that's just a crazy stat. That's just a crazy stat.
I mean, Arsenal play very similar to Manchester City. We both play with possession. The difference is we don't have Haaland. If you take away Haaland from City, they obviously are going to be like, wow, we're not conceding goals and we're winning 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1.
We don't score from set pieces. We score from open play. You score from set pieces. You don't score from open play.
You have
Like-
Haaland. We don't have Haaland. You have Haaland, the best
You guys
striker in the world.
You guys
The
have
world's
don't have-
leading goal scorer
We
from last year.
don't have Haaland.
Okay, but that's not
Just-
an excuse. You guys
I
have
just want to clarify though, like we don't park the bus.
No, it's not parking the bus.
Well, no, Nico said earlier that we parked the bus,
A little bit.
which
We
is
don't.
just not true, which tells me that he doesn't watch our games.
They
Oh, I watch
it's
games.
they don't have
And you would
possession.
know that
Teams
we
that
don't
play
park the
against us
bus.
don't have over 33%
And
possession. They don't have the ball.
even when the opposition does have the ball, parking the bus means we go sit in our own 18-yard box and just wait for them to come to us. We're pressing and taking the ball in their half.
possession. I would equate possession and slow pace to parking the bus.
That's
But
You're
crazy
slowing the
coming from
game
a
down
Mourinho Chelsea fan.
considerably.
But
Wild.
but the teams
That's
that
so wild coming from a Chelsea Mourinho fan. That's wild to me.
the teams that
The
play
guy that
against us,
invented
they
it.
park the bus. That's what we have to do. We have to break them down. That's the only thing we could do. Every single game we play, there's 11 men behind the ball. Every single game we play, every single one.
To be fair, it's almost like Arteta has said, you know what? There are certain teams that we can't break down, so let's get really good at dissecting them on set pieces, knowing we're going to score 1 a game, 2 a game, and then absolutely just be solid defense. It's not even like we're doing anything crazy different. We're even letting the teams play the same way against us in many cases, but he's just going around it basically. It's like simple but genius without trying to
It's
sound
more or
biased.
less at this point. It's more or less at this point. It's not even sure. You guys are good at set pieces. It's more or less a shame on the rest of the league for not figuring out set pieces.
Yeah.
That's how good we are
That
at
is
it.
what it is.
It's
But I
very
think there
much
will
like
be
a
a
Bill
time.
Belichick Patriots team in a sense of, hey, we're just going to be better than you at the 30% of the game that you've forgotten about. We're going to be better than you at these little things that are going to give us wins that you're not thinking about.
I
All
think
right,
there
if
will
we
be
talk
a
about
time.
Arsenal anymore, I'm going to throw up.
Is that what we were talking about?
We could move on to the next game.
Begrudgingly,
Uh,
Villa City.
Aston Villa versus City.
Tough match. Tough match. I didn't love the lineup. Didn't love the way they played in the first half. Waited until 70th minute to put Doku in, which is when the offense started looking like they could score. It a really good goal for Matty Cash.
Yeah. In an early
Yeah, my
one.
prediction of 2 Holland, a Doku, and a Nunez goal was, short of the mark.
Nobody guessed a Villa win on that one, so nobody got any points on that one. Yeah,
So
that was a score goal against City, and then we're just going to park the bus and try to counterattack you and try to get a second. And City just couldn't bring him down, like you said, without Doku, which it would suck to do it, but in that situation, like at halftime, you bring Doku on because you know we need somebody to beat a man to try to get something to happen here. We know they're going to park the bus for the next 45
Yeah.
minutes. We need a one-on-one specialist. Bring in Doku.
And Savinho is a specialist of jogging the ball forward towards the box and then turning around and passing it backwards.
Yeah.
We were offered 80 million for him. I'm still sitting here scratching my head asking why we didn't take it.
80 for who?
Savinho. Pep loves him. Yeah, I just struggling to understand why against the team that you know is going to put 11 behind the ball and counter you, you don't have 2 wingers that can go one-on-one with defenders and put in a dangerous ball either on net or into the box.
And especially after they scored early and you got the halftime, like, okay, hey, we got the halftime, which if you score against City, Arsenal, or Liverpool, one of these big teams, if you go, hey, you have the lead, you get the halftime, you're saying, listen, guys, brick wall time. We have 45 minutes. Don't let them score. That's what every single person does. So it's like you have, like, I know that. Pep obviously knows that. I would have brought on Doku at halftime, definitely.
Is Doku hurt or was he coming off an injury?
No, he's just playing a lot.
City
Why is he
rotation.
He's got to be starting.
Just minute rotation.
Yeah, it's that
It's
Pep
gotta-
rotation.
Gotta be
That's-
rotation. There's no other reason.
That's going to be the reason why you guys don't win the league. I mean, like I said, I don't think Bob is good enough to be in that starting spot. I think you got to push Foden back out on the wing.
Well, Marmoush
Cherokee's
is
coming off
still,
an
Yeah, Marmouche is coming back.
Marmouche
as
is
well
just
from
coming
injury.
back. Cherokee's just coming back. Like
that's why I get
Cherokee
this one.
hasn't played. Marmouche hasn't played. So like that's why Doku's had to play, and
Oscar
he's been playing every match.
We see this so many times when like teams like, oh, we're just playing Villa. Let's not put our best
it
lineup
catches
in.
you. Yeah.
And then it sucks. I mean, we're gonna see Marmouche back more consistently. Cherokee, we're gonna see back more consistently. Doku better be getting the start more consistently. I mean, I've been saying this from the beginning. I don't think Bob is good at like all your young players like Nico, like O'Reilly, Bob, Lewis. Like they're good players, but they're not good enough to be like.
Yeah, they're not world beaters.
In my
not.
personal opinion,
they've had to play though. They've had to play. They're there to be rotation players, but like O'Reilly has to play because Ait-Nori's been out.
Yeah.
Need to have a left back who could play. I mean, we don't have a natural right back. Rodri's hurt. Cherokee's been hurt. Marmouche has been hurt. Like, that's why those guys are playing and have to play. So, yeah, they got to get healthy. That's it.
Which I think we'll see in the next few weeks with everyone getting healthy again.
Yeah, and as an Arsenal fan, hate watching, to me, it's like City's got to lose 2 more games because I can already see the writing on the wall. I've seen this City movie too many times. Like, oh, they're collapsing in October. Yeah, well, guess what? From Christmas to May, they're going to concede 5 goals and never lose a game. They might have a few draws, but they're not going to lose. So we need as many losses as possible over the next 2 months because come December, and maybe it's because Pep is rotating guys early and everybody kind of gets to the same minutes. Nobody's getting burnt out. That come that back half of the season, it's like, holy shit, there they go. 5-0, 4-0, 4-0, 5-0. What the fuck? That's just what it feels like.
That's how it goes.
It feels like it's coming.
That's how it goes.
Last week, I made what some thought was a wild accusation, saying that Man City's Achilles heel is Erling Haaland because he's their only main goal source. And it's not looking so wild that I said that now. And I think that this was another week of another example that, and I even asked the question, who scores when Haaland doesn't? And that's the issue with them. They do not have as good of defense as they've had in recent years, but this is just my new motto now with Man City. Their Achilles heel is when Erling Haaland is not great, the team sucks.
And I think when
they brought in the best goalkeeper in the world. They're
Well, you know
second
what?
in goals conceded in the league. Like,
Yeah, but you know what?
their defense is just fine. And they had plenty of shots this weekend. They didn't go in the back of the net, but Foden had a couple good chances that were saved or just wide. When Doku came on, they had chances. They had chances from set pieces, but they didn't put them in the back of the net. I mean, they had plenty of chances. They didn't go in the back of the net. We're gonna pick one game and say we're gonna pick one game and say, oh, Haaland didn't score, they lost. Let's see what happens the next time Haaland.
No, but there's a lot of ones that Haaland doesn't score now, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not here to argue that he doesn't score. I'm just saying when he doesn't score, your team is basically like a guaranteed loss, which is what I'm saying because the goals come from nowhere else. So you can do whatever you want with defense.
Haaland scored in his previous 12 matches. There aren't a lot of matches where Haaland doesn't score.
So we're 9 games through the season, which means we're exactly 1 quarter through the season. Who is Man City's number 2 goal scorer?
When you're looking at games, when you're looking at games and you're saying when Haaland does score,
I think it's own goals is their number 2 goal scorer.
Is it just Haaland scoring? No, it isn't.
The number 2 goal scorer. The number 2 goal scorer with 2 goals for Man City is own goals.
That is a true stat.
1 goal.
So, the majority of the time, yes, Haaland is scoring. That's what you pay him for. But there have been many other games where other people are scoring. So I just don't know where we're overlooking that fact that if we go back to almost all of the other games that Man City's playing, I see one where Doku scored. I see one where Rico Lewis scored. I see one where Phil Foden scored.
That was his
it's
one.
just, huh?
Those were all
Bernardo
they're just
scored in Champions
one.
League. Doku scored in Champions League.
So like just
Assists
because
are
they
coming from
lose a
everywhere.
game with no goals, you're saying that they're terrible. But they win 13 other games with 5 goals, and other people score in those 5 games. We're just discrediting
Okay,
those other
go.
players.
Okay, find me the last 3 wins in the league that City have won where Holland didn't score.
You're
You'll
literally
probably be going
narrowing
deep
down
into.
your stats to 3 games. If
Oh,
you're
all right,
picking the example size, then you're gonna get your outcome that you want.
You guys don't get it, and I feel bad that you don't get it. I'm simply just saying that it is a bad thing that the only big goal scoring source for Man City is Holland. So when he doesn't score in a game, I'm not saying it happens most of the time. I'm just saying when he doesn't score a game in a game, it's basically a guaranteed loss. And I'm telling you that that's a problem. And if you, as a Man City fan, JP, can't even admit that, you're also part of the problem.
Wes, so the reason why, as a City fan, I'm not concerned is because I don't know if you remember this, but there was a season in which Manchester City did not have a striker, and everyone said, "Oh, they don't have a striker. They're not going to do anything." What did they do? They won the league.
Yeah, because other people scored. You still don't get it.
They
Your
put
problem is that
Ilkay
your only
Gundogan at
goal
striker.
source
They put
is
Kevin De
on one
Bruyne at
guy.
striker. They put Raheem Sterling at striker. They put Phil Foden at striker. So what I'm saying, Wes, you're still missing what I'm saying. I'm not worried because Pep finds a way. He found a way without a striker to win the league. I'm not concerned.
I've also found a way to lose a third of his
It's
first 9 games.
October. It's
right.
October, Wesley. It's
I'm right there
October.
with you. I'm just saying that if I was a City fan, I would be concerned about the lack of diversity from where the goals were coming from. It's a very legitimate concern.
I'm not. Yeah, well, I'm not concerned, and I am a City fan. So, like, that's
And this
that.
was another example. Holland didn't score in a game, which seems to happen at least, or if not more than 50% of the time. But when it doesn't, it's like 100% guaranteed loss. And this was another week. That's all I'm trying to say. But you guys are trying
All
to
I'm
argue
trying
that
to
I'm
say
saying
is they
that
could
he's
find a
not.
way. Are you going to say you're trying to find a way again? We can
No,
keep talking
because
about it if you want.
they're proving not to find a way.
Okay,
Oh my
it's
God,
October. We'll see.
They lose a game, and now Man City
Lost the game, and it's the
is
end of
underwater.
it's the end of Pep's career.
Oh my
So,
God, it's absurd.
we
It's
can
not
move
the end of
on.
his career.
We could
No
move
one's
Yeah,
on
go
saying
ahead,
that.
Kyle. What's up?
We can find a way to move on to the next game, which was Everton
There we go.
versus Spurs. Ended up as a Spurs 3-0 victory. I guess Spurs to win 2-1. JP guessed Everton to win 2-1. Nikos guessed the draw because he couldn't go against his second team Spurs. And Wes also guessed the draw. So I got another point on that one.
The one time I don't fucking pick them.
Yeah. Thomas
And
Frank.
you know what
I got
you know
any
what I
right
figured
this
out?
week.
You have all. You do?
One.
Yeah, you got one. You chose Arsenal, so you have 1 point.
That's right.
What I did figure out was that I usually put a bet on Tottenham to win, just like in sports betting.
Yeah.
And funny enough, vice versa, my brother puts a bet on the Jets to win because he just wants to feel included.
Yeah.
So we both bet each other's teams to win, and I tell him, oh, I bet Tottenham to win, and he's like, dude, stop. And then every time he says, oh, I bet the Jets to win, I'm like, dude, why? Like, stop. Every time you bet to lose, I'm like, I don't bet on my team. He doesn't really bet on his team. And so the one week that neither of us put a bet on each other's teams, we both won. So I'm not saying I think I cracked the code, but I'm gonna stop betting on Tottenham to win. And if they start winning every single game, I think they better thank me.
You should look at who they're playing next week.
Yeah, who do they have next week?
We'll get to that, but you should
Is it
check
Arsenal?
that before you say that.
Is it Arsenal?
No, worse.
City?
Worse. They
Is it
play
Chelsea?
Chelsea. So you definitely
Oh.
can't bet them to win. But maybe you should bet them to win because you don't
You
want
should
them
bet
to
them
win.
to win the double
So
jinx.
you got a tough decision coming up here.
No, because my brother, here's what's going to happen. He's going to bet Chelsea. I bet Tottenham. Tie. All right.
Yeah,
They're gonna draw.
That's what you have to do. You have to collectively say, "Hey, we're both just gonna waste somebody here. We got to cancel it out."
You both have to put money on a draw and let the better team win.
Do you want to split points this week?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was match week 9. We also had Champions League that we got to do. Some crazy games. I don't know if anybody watched Champions League. It also feels like it forever ago. PSG put 7 past Leverkusen. Barcelona scored 6. PSV, Napoli. I think that busted somebody's parlay with PSV scoring 6 goals against Napoli. I think that was a parlay buster.
Wait,
Napoli, who is the reigning champs, out here losing to PSV, costing me, I think, $1,200 it was. I cannot believe that happened. And I mean, yeah, of course, it meant a little bit more because I lost $1,200. I don't lose $1,200. I would have got $1,200. But my God, what an embarrassing result for them. And then now they just got.
then they came
KDB
home and
injured.
beat Inter.
It's absurd. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
The Italian teams this year are something. Atalanta, I think, was the other team that maybe dropped the ball. I forgot what team it was, but there was another team that dropped the ball, and I was like, these Italian teams are just screwing up.
And somebody mentioned that the Arsenal Atletico Madrid game would be a 0-0 bore fest. I wrote down.
I did say that.
Ended up being 4-0 Arsenal. We scored 3 goals in I think like 13 minutes or something stupid. Absolutely crushed in the second half.
I still
Weren't
don't
they
think we should count that as
open
points.
play?
Yeah. They were. Gyökeres had 2, one with his wee and one off another
Well, technically,
player.
that's not open play. That's
Open play
They
goals.
were beautiful goals, Wesley. They were beautiful goals. It was beautiful football.
Open play
Yeah.
goals. Thank you.
I literally didn't even watch the match because I was like, this is going to be a 0-0 snooze fest. I'm not fucking watching this. And then it's like 4-0 Arsenal. I'm like, fuck. They went out and balled. And then I watched the goals that they scored, and I was like, I'm happy I didn't watch this shit. They were stinkers.
I watched that with the Golasso show, which the Golasso show, I don't know, it definitely had to be one for the record books. There definitely had to be the most goals scored in a day of Champions League group stages. You had 6, 7, really, because 7, 3, 7, 9, 4, another 4, 8 goals in another game, just stupid amount. So it was kind of chaotic to watch.
And 5 red cards.
Yeah, like what a what a day for Champions League. But yeah, Atletico Madrid, everybody talked about this is one of the best defenses, but played very, very well.
They played well up until the first goal. And I think as soon as that first goal happened, they just collapsed.
Yeah.
Up until that first goal, which was relatively late on. Yeah, it was the second half.
Yeah.
Up until that first goal in the second half, they just it's almost like, all right, we're done. Which was just frustrating to watch, like as a team that did so well for 57 minutes. And you're like, okay, cool, we let one in, let's just let them take over. I mean, it's basically a 10-minute span of like they just I don't know.
I think it was just them trying to get the next goal, and they just opened themselves up, and then that's just
counter.
If we play a team that's trying to act, play against us, we could show that we can rip through a team like that, even if the goals are a little disgusting. We're just,
And I forgot what game I was watching. It might have been the Arsenal one. It could have been this weekend. But it goes down to time management. It goes down to momentum management. If the other team is coming in hot and they're nonstop, and I think it was the Arsenal game because it was a little bit frustrating to watch, go down. Go down hurt.
That's
because the other team is hot right now, which Atletico probably should have done after conceding maybe 1 or 2 and say, okay, somebody go down. Game management, let's stop for like 4 minutes. Get the stretcher on, have him make a miraculous recovery. He's back on. But like, it's just time management because you guys were so hot after that first goal that they should have just like done an injury, lose,
concussion.
take the momentum from the game.
Newcastle
Something.
play us the best out of any team I've ever seen, and all they do is make us stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. That is what they do. They foul us in the middle of the box where they won't get a card. And it's like, okay, yep, stop, start. Okay, yep, you know what I mean? Kick the ball off. I've watched them where they take the ball, they kick the ball off of us to get a throw in on purpose. It's just to slow down the game, just to make us stop, start. We can't get into a rhythm. That is the way to beat Arsenal, absolutely. And they do it the best. And you're right, Nick, like that's exactly what the Atletico needed to do. Especially after the second one, it's like, all right, we got to slow this one down.
So
And I'm surprised they didn't, because they've done that against City and done it really well.
For all the Premier League coaches watching this stream right now, or maybe recap on YouTube,
hire us.
Take your notes.
Yeah.
Slow the game down.
Speaking of why they should hire us, I got 4 correct today. 4 points. GP 1, Nico's 1, West 1.
Are we counting the Champions League one?
Yeah, that was a surprise.
No, absurd. I don't think we should count 2 Arsenal games.
Why?
Because obviously, I'm not going for Arsenal on purpose twice.
We tried.
We cannot pick your favorite team. We can't just pick your favorite team twice on a prediction because I hate them so much that I'm not picking them.
We're trying to help.
I will accept 1 loss of points each week. I will accept that knowingly. But now 2 is a disadvantage. Just saying.
All right. Well, let's get to match week 10 coming up this weekend. Big Saturday slate, and then just 2 games on Sunday and 1 game on Monday. First up, we have, not on purpose, it just is going in order. Okay, so don't want Burnley versus Arsenal.
Oh, of course.
It just happened to be that way. I didn't make the schedule. 3-0. Okay. Anybody else? Who's next up?
Go ahead, Nikos.
All right. 1-0 win for Arsenal. I'm going low because I don't want them to win, but I do need points realistically moving forward.
There you go.
I'm not saying that they're 32 to whatever. They're squeaking a win by. All right. I just need points.
Congratulations, Nico.
He's on the board.
That might be the first time you've picked Arsenal, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I need to stop blowing points away for
you picked
for
them.
And
You
and
picked them.
hatred.
You picked them against West Ham. I think that might be the only time you picked them.
Yeah, I need points.
I'm not joking.
You got fucking 4 points. You got 4 points this week. All right, I got to start taking this seriously.
I'm going 2-0. Arsenal.
This is tough. It's not. I have. Burnley's not going to score. But like,
how many do Arsenal score?
Crystal Palace 1 against Fulham. They're going to Burnley.
No Champions League this week.
He just hates to admit it. He hates to admit it. It's so funny to watch.
1-0.
I was also between.
I don't. What do I hate to admit, Wes? I said Arsenal. Did I not say Arsenal's going to win?
How much money did you lose on that Crystal Palace over goals?
I didn't put any money on it. I said if I were a gambling man, I would hammer the over on Crystal Palace goals. But I'm not a gambling man.
Next up is Forest versus Manchester United.
The streak continues. It's a 3-1 win for Man U.
Oh,
He better start wiping the dust off his Clippers case.
get a barber appointment locked in.
Because he's getting his haircut soon. The streak continues.
Even against the Sean Dyche Forest, who never had a clean sheet this year except for his first game.
The streak continues.
Okay.
I don't know,
2-1.
man.
2-1 United.
These are the games that are like, you think Man U should have it.
United is by far the hardest team to predict. By far. Because what team is showing up?
And it's at Forest. At some point, they have to get their first win.
But is
They
it
did.
against
With Deitch.
United?
They got their Champions League win. All right, whatever it
Did
was.
they really?
Not Champions League. Wow.
Europa.
League. Yeah, I think Europa.
They got that one.
I'm
Oh,
going 1-0
boy.
United. Harry Maguire, 78th minute.
Isn't he hurt?
Lock it. Clip it.
I don't know. Just some late goal.
Are we still waiting on Wes?
1-1.
Ooh, okay.
Woof. Put the Clippers away.
Next up in the Fuentes brothers battle, Spurs versus Chelsea.
This is another one. You could spin the wheel on what the score is going to be, and I wouldn't guess which team.
Yeah, I would be impressed if anybody gets a correct score on this one. Spurs look good.
Yeah, this one's tough. I mean, either team can look good. Either team can look bad. It's as simple as that. So I will go with a 2-2 draw.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm going 2-2 draw as well.
We know they can score.
Yeah.
We know they can concede. 2-2.
Yeah.
3-2 Spurs.
Okay, fuck you.
2-1 Spurs.
Okay, fuck you twice.
Next up, Liverpool versus Aston Villa.
Another one, dude. Like, you have no clue. Spin the wheel.
It's a tough week.
I think it's gonna be a 3-1 Liverpool. They're at home. They gotta turn it around. I think it's maybe a game that maybe Salah doesn't start.
I'm gonna go-
3-2 Liverpool.
Say that again.
3-2 Liverpool.
3-2 Liverpool.
Cool. 2-0 Liverpool.
I think the craziest thing that's been said on this podcast today is Liverpool is not going to concede.
Who said that?
Me right now. I think they watch the tapes from the City game. They figure out, all right, let's watch the tapes. Let's see how they played. Liverpool gotta get it together at some point. I mean, for us to sit here and be like Liverpool is a bad team would be absolutely absurd. They're gonna show up eventually. I think they're gonna study the tapes. They're not gonna concede 2 goals. They got to turn it around at some point.
I got a little bit.
What did Kyle say?
I got a little bit of a lead in the prediction, so I'm gonna go a little bit out of the box here. I usually pick with the brain, but we're gonna pick with the heart on this one. The hate watch continues. Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 0.
JP, let him do it.
Yeah.
let him do it. Let him do it. We need
Sorry,
points.
At Anfield. Wow.
See if they could do it. Unai Emery.
No takesy backsies. No takesy backsies. That's it.
Unai Emery wanted to help Arsenal win the title. This is his job.
No, it's because Kyle's somehow going to get it. He's going to have a 32-point lead.
I'm fine if he does.
And City versus Bournemouth, which
again you don't know.
Yeah, how did Bournemouth sell their entire back four and keeper and somehow get it all together? Like,
because Kirkez was mediocre.
Let's get over
It
this.
turns out that Kirkez is good offensively and defense is ass.
I said when it came over, I didn't think he was good.
Yeah.
They bought a left back, Alexander Arnold.
And then they also bought a right back, Frimpong, who also is just going forward and can't go backwards.
He's hurt. He's been hurt the majority of the season, and I have him on my IR right now. I think we have to get over this. Oh, this is a tough one. Man City's going to win. It's going to be 4-1. That's it.
You're a smart boy, Nikos.
Thank you.
GGO will not concede twice in a row. 3-0. And Holland will only score 1 goal, Wes.
Holland hat trick incoming.
Own goal will score twice.
I'm going 3-0 as well, but it's going to be 1 Oscar Bub and 2 for Marmouche when he starts. Also, because I need him to come back for fantasy reasons because my entire bench is injured and it's killing me.
How bad are Man City going to lose this week, Wesley? What's your prediction?
It's for them to decide their own fate like they did this week. Bournemouth have been hot offensively. I don't know, man. I had a weird gut reaction to want to say 3-3 draw and just a crazy match. But I do think it's going to be a 3-2 thriller at the Etihad for City.
Damn it.
Okay.
See, I never choose with my heart. I always go with what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like when you drafted this year, right?
I got best team on paper, just not on fucking fan tracks.
Paper! Are we
BTOP,
looking
baby.
at?
Listen,
BTOP.
say what you want about Wes's fantasy this year. He's had 2 quotes that are absolutely generational. Will he start at best team on paper? Those are fantastic. I wish you could have 2 team names, because if your team name was Will he start best team on paper, it's just what a run. What a run.
I think if I get to the top half of the table, I get to change my name.
Okay. I like it.
So you're not changing your name.
When I get to the top half of the table, I will.
Yeah, Wes, you're not allowed to change your name from Will He Start, though, until you're on the top half of the table after week 1 of next season.
It's going to be next year. Yeah.
No. Because I may not have the best team on paper next year.
No,
Okay, can we talk
your
about
name
this
is Will
paper
He Start, though. Your name is Will He Start, though. You are not allowed to change that name unless you go to the top half of the table. If we get to
Right.
next season and you still haven't gotten to the top half of the table, you have to let week 1 go by. Because, actually, no, Will He Start, though, should be at the bottom of the table alphabetically. So you're stuck with Will He Start, though, until you get to the top half of the table for eternity.
Okay. That was pretty good. Now, before we leave, I have a project for everybody here, including myself. Now, this is not for next episode. This is going to be for the episode after that. So you have 2 weeks to prepare your arguments. This will be for our episode during the international break. We'll talk about that last week, and then we have nothing to look forward to because international break coming up in November. So, my school project for you guys. Which achievement in the Premier League is the greatest of all time? You have like the Invincibles, Chelsea 04-05 conceding 15 goals, 100-point City, treble City, treble United. Whatever one you want. You could do Leicester
we already
City.
know 2 of your answers.
You don't?
Yeah.
You have no idea.
We like 100% know Wes's. Like there's no question about that one.
But you
We're
have
the only
to
one that has this trophy.
You have
We
to
know
come
you.
up. You have to come up with your argument, and you got to be able to defend your argument. Okay, we're gonna try to debate, and we're gonna figure out who had the best debate. Now, even if me and Wes picked the same one, it doesn't. Oh, we had 2 debates. No, Kyle had the best argument, or Wes had the best argument, or JP or Nikos.
But then I know that I've already lost because they're just going to biasly vote against me like they always do. You know what's so ironic? I actually am truthful and fair when I vote or talk about stuff like that. But I can have the best answer and cure cancer within my argument, and they're still going to vote for Kyle or themselves.
You know,
Wes, if I know you, you ain't cured cancer. So
now, Wes, you do have 2 weeks. You could choose like the Chelsea team or one of the City teams and say, oh, because now you put them in a weird position. If you come on here and you debate that City's 100-point team is the greatest of all time, what's JP going to do? Is he gonna?
You're asking me to be honest,
That's
though,
tough.
and to
What
be
if
honest,
you come on here and say Chelsea conceded 15 goals? That's ridiculous. They have to. That achievement is the best.
It would be quite the thinker. I'd have to.
I already
agree.
know. I
Don't
already
ask
know
him
what
to think.
JP's is, and I already know what Nico's is, and I already know what Kyle's is, and I already know
You
what
don't
mine
know what
is.
mine is.
You have no
I-
idea what mine
Yes, I
was.
do.
I know what
Yes,
mine
I
is.
do.
You don't know what mine is.
I did have the
Yes, I
idea
do.
of choosing like the 5 or 6 of them, and then putting it in a wheel and giving everybody one that they have to debate, even though it's not the one that they picked.
I like that.
We could do that. That would be interesting to have to
I'm
debate.
not opposed to an unbiased take.
So we'd have to come up with 4. We'd have to choose. It's
I'm
tough.
not
'cause there's
opposed to an unbiased take. I know if we pick our own, we'll have more passion for it. But
Yeah.
kind of like when we did our lawyer stuff,
That's what I was. I was kind of going for the lawyer thing.
I just don't like to lose an argument. So I will do everything I can to support what I'm supporting.
Yeah, true.
Unless
I
I get
will
Arsenal.
purposely lose an argument to shit on someone
Give
else.
them the Invincibles.
Unless I get the Invincibles, and then I might just, unfortunately, I'm sick that day, and I can't present
Actually,
this cool project.
hold on a second, Kyle. You're
Okay.
saying for the episode on November 10th,
I think so. I think that'll be.
I will
the
be on
episode.
vacation.
Okay.
Ooh, actually, that's my dog's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, buddy!
But we can
No,
also
I
do it.
legitimately won't get back until probably 8:00 Eastern that night.
But we could do it any day that week because there is the international break for 2 weeks. So we do
True.
have like a 2-week period
True.
of when we could do it. So maybe we think about it and we could choose. Maybe in the next episode we could spin a wheel to see who gets what. Maybe we could figure out. We can all pick the 4 of which ones because we'd have to narrow them down because you have Invincible, 0405 Chelsea, Treble City, Treble United, 100-point City. Am I missing anything else? Is Leicester? Are we? I mean, it's a pretty.
You know what
So that's 6.
I mean,
there's only been one Ballon d'Or winner in the Premier League, right?
I mean, it depends. It depends what we're looking at. That Leicester season, I mean, it depends what we're looking at remarkable.
Now, I do want to know what everybody else is doing because not only do you have to come up with your own argument, you also need to do some research to counter. So if Nikos were to say, well, the Leicester, if that's his argument, you got to know, well, hey, wait a minute. They played this team and they had so many, you know what I mean? You got to be able to. So maybe we do a little wheel and spin and come up with 4.
I like it. I like it.
Propose just an alternative or future topic idea.
Absolutely, yeah.
It'd be cool, and maybe there's a little bit more of a variety or like open field and unbiasedness to it. Is if we all had to do this argument thing and build the case, but we had to do it by arguing that what was the best team in the history of English football that is not in the Premier League right now, and basically make the case for them, whether it's for history they did 50 years ago or stuff they did 10 years ago or whatever. So we can go back in any flight.
Yeah, that's another one we could do.
Yeah.
I like Kyle's idea here.
You like the Blackburns, you go back to the Sheffields, you go back to, there's a lot of teams that like were really good and just like, now we're 3 leagues under.
Yeah.
However, I will say, I'll put this in the viewers' hands. What do you guys think is the most remarkable season that any team has had in the Premier League era? We're talking about things like the undefeated season, 100 points. What do you guys think? Leicester comeback, not even a comeback, just the Leicester victory in general. What do you guys think is the greatest achievement or season to ever happen?
Maybe we'll see it on the wheel.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to ask the viewers questions.
Are we doing an episode next week?
Clips.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we'll do normal one. Do normal one next week, and maybe we'll spin the wheel and figure out what our project ones will be, and by then we'll narrow it down between us of what the 4 should be.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you for joining another episode of the Arsenal is First podcast. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next episode when Arsenal is
week.
Hold on.
Week 2.
Mathematically,
on the road to them bottling the league.
And edit that out.
Week 2. Week
Thank
2
you for
to them
watching,
bottling
y'all.
the league.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to, give us a like or a subscribe. Follow our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Wesley's green. Or is that just for me?
I don't know. The screen got all messed up. It's all good. We're good now.
You stop
Fine.
going on.
All right.
Good.
Peace.
Banter Boyz, let's go. We'll play hard.